In this example, we need to work backwards given the volume of a sphere to find out what the radius of that sphere is. And then they ask us later about the surface area, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let's work backwards first and find what the radius of this sphere is going to be. So the volume they gave me is 121.5. So 121.5 pi cubic inches. And so notice that that's an exact value. They have a pi symbol in it. That's important to note because when I go to write my volume formula down, I can include a pi symbol as well. So if they did not have a pi symbol on this side, don't use a pi symbol over here, use 3.14 instead. But they gave me an exact value. So to find the volume of a sphere, that formula was 4 pi r cubed and then divided by 3. So this is the formula I need to work backwards from to find the volume. And so what's nice when they give you the exact volume is we can just cross the pi out right away on both sides. If they didn't give me pi, I'd have to divide by 3.14 or do something with 3.14. So what's left then? Let's go ahead and do it this way. Here's what I'd recommend. Let's get rid of that divide by 3 next. So the opposite of dividing by 3 would be to multiply both sides by 3. So I'm going to do that. And I get an answer then, or an answer I guess, of 364.5. And then I still have 4r cubed on the other side. So my next step, let's divide by 4. That cube root or square root or any kind of root needs to be always the last step you do. So always do the other stuff before you take a root. Dividing by 4 gets me 91.125 equal to the radius cubed. And now at this point, we have something new to do. It's not a square root because I'm not trying to get rid of x squared. It's actually going to be something called a cube root. It looks like a square root, you just put a little 3 in the hook part of it. So the cube root of both sides. If you don't know how to do that on your calculator, ask me in class, I'll show you how to do a cube root. Otherwise, just kind of take my word for right now. So the cube root of 91.125 comes out to be 4.5. And since this is just a radius, a straight line measure, that's just going to be inches for my label. So the radius of this soccer ball is going to be 4.5 inches. Don't forget that you have one more step to do. That's what we noted at the beginning. They also ask you about the surface area. So don't do all that work and then forget to actually finish the problem. We got its radius, but we have one more step to do. Recall from your notes or from memory to find the surface area of a sphere. It's 4 times pi times the radius squared in this case for surface area. So let's get the exact and the approximate answers. Let's just do both of those. So getting the exact answer, which I would do because they gave me the volume as an exact answer, so it'd be nice to give them the surface area as an exact answer. Do all your work around the pi, so do 4.5 squared, multiply that by 4, I get 81, and then just slap pi onto your answer. Don't actually do the calculation. That'll get you the exact surface area. So square inches, remember, for surface area. If I want the approximate surface area, just replace pi with 3.14 or whatever you use for pi. So 81, I'm going to use 3.14, gets me an approximate surface area of about 254.34 square inches.